a perfect start for the LA Galaxy. Landon Donovan rifles a left-footed strike. It's a wonderful finish.
It's in the net! Goal Galaxy! Donovan finds the back of the net! The goals continue to flow. The Galaxy now a home and dry.
He is a great, great finisher.
Here in the Champions Lounge at StubHub Center, another momentous day in the history of the LA Galaxy. And selfishly, as the host of the Galaxy pre- and post-game that I get to talk about Landon for years to come, makes it a lot more fun and very easy to do the job. So thank you very much. This is a great day.
The LA Galaxy, this is an exciting day for Major League Soccer, and this is an exciting day for all of soccer in this country. We're here to announce that we have agreed and signed a long-term contract with Landon Donovan to hopefully finish his career in an LA Galaxy unit here with us. Most importantly is what he means to our club. Landon is someone that exemplifies what we represent on the field with what he's done, but off the field with the countless things that he's involved in our community, in our front office, and extending to our season ticket members and our supporters. Most important to us is, if you look along the wall over there, Landon's been involved in 4 of our 7 trophies. He's won 3 MLS Cups in a Galaxy shirt. He's won 5 overall.
I think this is. Thanks. This is a great day for the Galaxy. It's a great day for MLS. It's a tremendous signing, a historic signing for us. I think Landon's resume speaks for itself. I was looking through all of his accomplishments and his statistics yesterday, and frankly it's overwhelming and staggering what he's accomplished in this league and in his career. What I love about Landon is he's always demonstrated his commitment to MLS in particular and to growing soccer in this country. I don't think anybody in the sport has done what Landon has done for MLS and for soccer in the United States. And frankly, a lot of this, if we do all those things right, we're going to be able to compete every year for the MLS Cup. So we're focused this year on the 3rd consecutive MLS Cup. That's an important goal for us. And one thing that's critical to us to compete every year is we need to have a great core of players. And we believe that with our 3 designated players, we have the best core in Major League Soccer. With Landon, we have the greatest American soccer player to ever play the game and the best American player in MLS today. With Robbie Keane, we have who we think is the best international player. And with Omar, we have the best defender in the league. And with that, we think we have the best 3 DPs. If we could have any 3 DPs in the league, these are the 3 that we would want. And they give us the opportunity to compete and win the cup every year, and that's our mission. So with that, I want to thank Landon. I want to thank him for his commitment. With everything that he's done, it's really remarkable. And you know what I really love about him and talking about this new contract for him is that despite.
Well, first of all, Landon, congratulations. My first experience with Landon was when I coached DC United many years ago. I think it was 1997, and then shortly thereafter I had the opportunity to coach Landon in his first international match for the U.S. against Mexico here in Los Angeles, and it's been an unbelievable ride. And when I too looked at Landon's accomplishments yesterday on a piece of paper, I was pretty amazed, and I must say you got yourself a good contract, but I think we did pretty well as an organization because we really secured the rights of the best player in America and the best player in our history. And we're thrilled to be able to move forward now with the Galaxy and have Landon as a big part of it. Landon's role on the field is incredible. His role in the locker room is fabulous. He's a great influence on our players. And his role with the front office and the community is invaluable as well. So we have what we think is the full package, and we're really thrilled that Landon will complete a contract here and hopefully win more championships with the Galaxy. The Anschutz some weeks ago about trying to finalize the deal. The support on behalf of Mr. Anschutz was incredible, and he simply told us to get it done, and he supported everything. So it's incredible from my perspective as the coach of the Galaxy to go to our ownership and our management and say that, you know, we think these players are important, and they're an important part of what we're trying to do with the Galaxy. And now we have a foundation of Landon, Donovan, Robbie Keane, and Omar Gonzalez for many years, and you can't ask for more. So I'm thrilled for Landon today. I'm real pleased with the position the Galaxy are in now as we continue to seek out championships, and we're hopeful that we'll continue to grow as an organization and a team. Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. And now, as a guy that grew up in Southern California, and you think back to championship teams and legends that have played in Los Angeles, you think of Magic Johnson or Kobe Bryant, you put Landon Donovan right there in that group. And I put him on the spot last week when he came in to Time Warner Cable Sportsnet in the studios. I said, anything prevent you from staying with the Galaxy? He looked at me and he said, if they don't want me. So that day, I knew that this day would soon be coming. He's just 4 goals shy of becoming the all-time leader in MLS goals. 3 championships, as Chris had mentioned. 2 of those back-to-back as they go for the quest for 3. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, man of the hour, Landon Donovan.
Such a love, and not many athletes anymore have the opportunity to play in one place for a long time in their career. Not many athletes have the opportunity to play at home. Not many athletes have the opportunity to play with an organization like this. And when I look along the wall and see all these people here that are in the front office every day supporting us, it makes me proud to be a part of this. So thank all you guys. The 3 gentlemen up here do so much work to make this thing right, and it's not always easy. We don't always make it easy as players. It's a lot of times difficult, but appreciate it, and I look forward to the next few years.
Landon Donovan. Okay, we're now going to open it up for questions. Jim?
Jim, first of all, Landon, congratulations.
Thank you.
When you walked in, it seemed like you were in.
I just appreciate the support, and I know, you know, there's not many organizations or teams where you could walk in the front office on a given day and see 4 or 5 or 6 players walking around talking to the staff and hanging out. I don't think that happens in other sports, and we have a family here and a community that people love to be a part of. I think Chris has done a fantastic job of creating that sort of environment. Bruce does a great job, and they have the support of Dan Beckerman and Phil Anschutz, which is invaluable. You know, Phil was also a big part of this process behind the scenes, and he's someone who never gets a lot of attention or a lot of credit, but he makes these things happen, and they don't happen without him. So everybody has his support from the top, and then they do their job going down. Was this day ever in doubt? Yeah, for a lot of reasons. One, I didn't know 5 months ago if I wanted to keep playing, and we started speaking. It became then very clear that this was going to happen. But some months ago, not so much, but after good conversations with Chris, with Bruce, Dan, I think we all knew that this day would come.
A question for Dan, Chris, and Bruce. You breathe a sigh of relief knowing that he's going to be here. Was there ever any genuine concern that he might be moving on someplace else?
I'll start. It is a sigh of relief because Landon is that important to this team and this league. So we're obviously thrilled. You know, as Landon alluded to, if he wanted to be here, he was going to be here because we're committed to him. And I told him years ago when we were doing his last contract that I wanted to see him retire in a Galaxy uniform. So once he made the decision that he wanted to be here, then I had a sigh of relief because I knew it would get done because I knew that we wanted him to be here too.
I would agree. I don't know if a sigh of relief is the reaction that we have. We're obviously extremely thrilled. And as Dan said, once the commitment was made from Landon that he wanted to be here, we knew we'd have the commitment from Mr. Anschutz and AEG to get it done. However, there was a period where, especially as he's caught fire in the last few months, where we were, a little concerned because he would have had options, and I'm sure he did have options. So, but the end result was the focus for us, and so we're extremely happy to be sitting here today.
Yeah, there were doubts whether we would be able to keep Landon here, and obviously we demonstrated to Landon we wanted him to finish his career with the Galaxy. For me personally, once I heard from Mr. Anschutz and we received his support, and Dan was pushing this project hard, I was confident we could make it happen. And over the last couple of weeks, we were comfortable that we were going to get this done.
Landon, can you give us an idea of what kind of options you had, how seriously you looked at them, and did Clint Dempsey coming to MLS, did that play any role in your decision to stay here?
We did have options through the last probably a month or so. European teams are focused on this transfer window, so they were probably getting through that before worrying about the next transfer window. But there was expressed interest, and for me, this process was as much about respect and feeling wanted as anything. And the Galaxy made it abundantly clear that they wanted me here, that they respect me, and like they've always done, they treated me the right way. And so at the end of the day, all things being equal, of course I want to be here. And this is home for me, and this feels right for me. All that he's done and the player that he is wanting to be in our league, it makes a big statement. And when you have a young defender who has a plethora of options, and Omar wants to stay here, it makes a big statement. As far as this club, their hometown club in Sao Paulo with different options decides he wants to be in LA. I want to be in LA, and it says a lot about this organization. It says that people want to be here. Regardless of what other options they have, they want to be here. Competitive options, financial options, lifestyle options, this is where people want to be. And that's indicative of what kind of organization this is.
Question for Mr. Klein and one for Landon. Mr. Klein, was Landon's performance on the Gold Cup, that performance pushed you to give him one of the best contracts in the MLA? And for Landon, your performance on the Gold Cup, would you consider that a turning point on this particular moment on your career?
His, when Landon was back and committed, that this was a priority for us going into the year. So that didn't impact our decision in any way.
What was the specific question?
Your performance on the recent Gold Cup,
Mm-hmm.
as a turning point on this particular moment of your career. Did you encounter passion for the game?
Well, I think the process started probably a few weeks before that with the Galaxy here, and I could feel that something was changing. Initially, when I first came back, it was frustrating because I didn't play well and I wasn't contributing. So I felt like I had that passion. I felt like I was excited to be here again, but I maybe was a little worried to know whether or not I was going to get my ability back to perform. So a few weeks before I started playing better, I had a few good games before the Gold Cup, scored a couple goals and started feeling back to my old self, and then it was sort of came together during the Gold Cup and I think has continued since. So now that the form part is there, the passion is only accentuated. And so I'm in a really good place.
Landon, you're 4 goals away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in MLS history. Was that a factor in staying, and what are the thoughts on that?
It was not a factor in staying. Of the career I've been able to have, and for me, that most important part of that is being consistent. But on balance, if I never score another goal again and we add more trophies in there, I'll be a lot happier.
Landon, we didn't hear anything about how much is the contract, and I don't know if you can say it, but you can say how many years is the contract for?
It's for $500 million a year. It took care of me for 20 years. In this team that you're going to find, you know, if they asked me to be an ambassador, I would say I'm already ambassador. So I'm already an ambassador. So that's something I'm proud of.
If I could,
I think it's a fantastic statement by our league and by our players, and I think it's again a tipping point, and I think you're seeing things change. All my career I've been here, and I've players here in the States. So this league has improved every year I've been here. When you watch games in our league now, they're real soccer games, and you see many comments from players who come from Europe and say, wow, I didn't realize how hard this league is. I didn't realize how good this league is. I didn't realize how talented the players are in this league. And we're trying to build that, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
All right, that does it. Thank you so much, Dan, Chris, Landon, and Bruce. If you guys can stand up for a couple of photo opportunities.
Thank you.
Landon, you do a question in Spanish?
Oh, there we go. ¿Una pregunta o palabras?
Sí, ¿qué nos puedes decir acerca de tu cariño por esta ciudad?
Compañeros, soy de Los Ángeles y quiero que mi carrera se termine aquí en algunos años y estoy bien feliz y contento, y para mí tener la oportunidad de jugar en frente de ese público con ese apoyo es un sueño. Cool.
Solid work right there, Landon. Solid. All right, a little photo opportunity. We also have some sandwiches for you that you can enjoy here in the Champions Lounge.